Welcome back, adventurers bold, as we tell a tale of tales of old. Well, perhaps not old, but we think we got people who are on the brink. It's the adventures of the wrath of the righteous. Let's go. Where are we? There we are. So, we finished up chatting to people in the pub. I'm pacing around the idea up. You want to come up? Come on then, TikTok. Up we go. Looks like an uncomfortable position to be in there, boy. We were heading out. Right now we're in the yard. Anyone to chat to? Watch Crusader. No one there. Let's have a look at the map, see what we can see. Something over there. Where are they? Where's the thing that was... Oh, it's down there. It's not very useful, but it's there. Little bit of extra money won't go amiss. And then I guess we head out. Are these anyone? No. Well, they are, but not that I can do anything with. Don't care about Azilla's orders. And join us, why don't you? Absolutely. All 5 of us together. Global map of Canabres. Moved. Okay. So we have Market Square. We have Grey Garrison. Anything else? Tower of Estrad, Grome's Mansion. Tirabade Residence. And all rather a distance, of course. Oh, why don't we take care of the Thiefling first? Spacious, well-furnished cellar under the hardware store serves as a hideout for the Thieflings in Canabres. This is where the eldest sister, Charisme, appointed by the family, conducts gang affairs. Let's go. Fail to sneak past enemies.
None shall escape.
Do you not have any bow? Oh, you don't, do you? Oh well.
Cover me, all right?
Get into him then, Woljiff. You failed.
The light take you!
You didn't. Lan, why don't you get into this one?
You've crossed the wrong
wow. Nice hit, Lan. Camellia.
Wide open.
2 damage.
Die!
3 damage.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
That's that masterwork glaive, we'll take that. Don't care about the cheap stuff. I don't know what Lan can wear, we'll take one of them. Remove fear and so on, yeah. That's fine. You have acquired the scroll of protection from law. Your character Waldriff can learn the spell from it to add it to their spell book. Arcane spellcaster classes that prepare their spells in advance, such as wizards, can learn the spells from scrolls to add them to their spell book. It's an effective way to enrich your spell class. Scroll is then expended. Alright then. You're already at level 3, that's fine. Copy to spellbook. That's what it looks like when we can. Copy to spellbook. Copy to spellbook. Yep, again. Copy. And that's about it. But these, everyone gets promoted. Right. Use magical device. Oh, do I? Yeah, others can do world knowledge. And nature knowledge. We gain a feat. Extra channel. Some people don't like that. I've heard that I do. I want it. Next turn we get a pet. And you get auto done because that's the way the game's set up.
Doubt is the heart's greatest challenge.
There we are. Out we go. For monster one. Do we have it? Where is it? Where's it gone? I got it. Where did it go? Because I don't know if he has it in his spellbook or not. I don't see it. Oh well, never mind. Off we go. Enter. See what these have to say for themselves. The basement is dark and dank, and you are immediately struck by the hostility of the gathered tieflings. 5 of them are kneeling along the wall, separate from the rest. The tall woman, who had been cleaning her fingernails with the tip of a knife, greets you with narrowed eyes. Brother Walgiff, you got my message then? Sorry I couldn't swing by sooner, dear Sister Charisma. It was just one thing after another. First I was in shackles, next, no, I was still in shackles and I was being watched. And then the chief got me out and I came here straight away. I knew you'd be waiting on me. Enough talking, or else we'll be here all night. So, we had a clear plan. We were going to wait for nightfall, slip into the shop, grab the goods and leave. Even the neighbours called the guard. It was a time to get away. But what happened? That bitch Beth showed up almost right away. She knew he'd be there. Somebody betrayed us, and I have an idea who it was. What do you say about that? Make it quick. You think Waldrop knows the name of the traitor? Charisma turns to you. She speaks. I thought Waldrop only brought you so you'd have someone to hide behind if things went south. Yes, he knows the name of the traitor. Every gang that Brother Waldrop has been part of has very quickly come to an end. Their hideout location was passed to the guard, so their competitors found it out where they could ambush them. Waldrip is the only one who comes out smelling of roses. If you think about it, you'll come to the same conclusion as us. Yeah, he wasn't the lock and key. I'd have said that meant that Waldrip was cursed with finding friends among losers and screw-ups. But now that he's with us, that must mean the curse has been broken. Oh, actually, well said, Lan, for once. That depends. He was indeed most fortunate to find himself in a party with me. On the other hand, he also ended up in a party with you. Camellia, we want rid of you. You're a burden. Canabris is burning. Why are you squabbling in here instead of fleeing the city? Grits my pursed lips. I'd be glad to leave like the rest of my brothers and sisters, but in the family there's nothing worse than betrayal, and it's something we do not forgive. We don't forgive anyone who lets traitors off the hook either. And if I don't find the rat, my superiors, let's say, I'll wish I was burning in Canabris. I want to keep living, so I'm going to take a chance until I find out who the traitor here is. No one is leaving. Waldrip, tell us your side of the story. What's there to tell? About a week ago, Sister Charisma got 6 of us together in the very basement. Me and those 5 over there, Waldrip shakes his head to all the 5 tieflings kneeling by the wall. She rounds us all up, and she says we've got a score. Ancestries and wonders. The one place nobody's ever been able to hit. The place that's guarded by a golem. But now a powerful scroll that would knock out the golem just happened to come into our possession, along with a tip-off that the shop owner would be gone on a particular night. All 6 of us know a bit of magic, and we know that any enchanted junk will sell for a pretty penny, so we're in. And the most important thing was that none of us to be hanging around the shop ahead of the job. No casing out the place, no calling attention to ourselves from either the golem or the master. The job was top secret. That's all true so far, go on. We did everything right with the locks and the golem. I picked the lock, I remember it clear as day. Sister Dalna was on the lookout. Brother Mulrun had the scroll. Doffy, Tevi and Varner brought the sacks. We covered the windows and lit the torches. I remember scooping up the rings and tossing them in a sack. And one, a right expensive one, rolled away from me. I crawled under the table after it, and the next thing I know, Erebeth was there. Everybody scampered, but I was still on the table. Not my finest moment. I was going to wait it out, but then those blockheads were dragging me out by my tail. Ouch. And put me in shackles. They took all my rings off. About 20,000 worth. And to add insult to injury, I never even found the last one. In the end, I got busted over nothing. So they caught you, poor thing, stripped you of your loot, and you didn't even manage to stash anything. Charisma is pointedly polishing a knife. Where's Moon of the Abyss, Brother Waldrip? See Moon of the Abyss. It was an amulet. It used to sit on a little cushion in the window of Ancestries and Wonders. Sterling silver, sparkled like a star. Fine piece of work. On one side there was a half moon, a crescent, a waning moon. And in the middle there was a dark crystal. What, the movie? Like it was eclipsing the moon. Old man Failman was so proud of the amulet. He used to say, I'll never sell it. It's the jewel of my collection. Waldrip sighs unhappily. I used to go there to see what kind of treasures there were in the world. There's nothing else to look at in Canabris. People used to claim it was a powerful ring, but who's to say? If you ever stole a thing like that, you'd have guards on you in seconds if you tried to fence it. Everybody knew that you were always hanging around Ancestors and Wonders, drooling over the Moon of the Abyss. Did you think you could swipe it in all the commotion and keep it for yourself? Did you hope that we'd all be locked up and you'd get off scot-free? With a fancy trinket to boot? Don't take me for a mug, Waldrip, I can see right through you. Why would Erebeth arrest her own informant? Took the words right out of my mouth. It doesn't make any sense. If I was a rat, I'd have kissed her on the hand and been long gone by now. You know me, sister. I'm a cautious fellow, not an idiot. Why would I go against the family? So the fish in the cellar can have a nice Waldrip-sized dinner. The Moon of the Abyss is a pretty bauble, to be sure, but it's just an amulet. It ain't worth dying over. You knew where the best people would protect you. You knew you could pin the moon going missing on them. And now you've come here with backup. You knew exactly what I was going to say to you. Only problem is, nobody's returned the amulet to Failman. And you're giving her a better cut, is that it? Have you seen her? Do you think she'd take a cut of anything I offered? She can't be bought. She's like the heralds of her days. She's all rolled into one. Yeah, he speaks the truth. You'll find some knights will take bribes, I'm sorry to say, but Erebeth isn't one of them. Go on, Waldrip. That's the whole sorry story. Waldrip crosses his arms. looking affronted. Some family this turned out to be. It's just a name in the end. In a real family, people take care of it. Take each other at their word. Yeah, and sometimes they get stabbed in the back doing so. You don't throw around accusations. I didn't take the moon in the abyss. What am I going to do with it? You can't sell it to no crusaders as a special item. You can't wear it, it'll get nicked. It's pretty to look at, sure, but it ain't that pretty. If it's important to you, Sister Charisma, I'll find it. And I'll drag the traitor here by his horns, just so as you don't end up at the bottom of the Helen. But do you know what you're going to owe me after that? An apology, right here in front of everyone. You're going to apologise loud and clear so so everybody hears it. Nobody hears it? You'll say, sorry, Waljeff, you're a good guy and I was wrong about you. Fine, you're one of my people, which is why I'm going to give you some time. But if you run Brother Waljeff, the family will get you wherever you go. You'll spend the rest of your life looking over your shoulder, tossing and turning at night, fearing poison in every cup and every meal. You'll look into the eyes of every tiefling you meet, wondering if the family's come for you. You'll have no peace. But one day, you'll be tired of running. You'll stop to catch your breath, and that's when we'll get you. Got it? You have a way with words, Sister Charisma. A way that almost made me wet myself, but a way nonetheless. Let's go, Chief. We'll go chat to that scary gal Arabeth. She knows a little. We can ask her who ratted us out. I'll let you do the talking. We'll find the real traitor. And I'll get my apology. How much we're Beth? Root out the traitor and be quick with it. Time's running out. Okay. Some quick sale stuff. Out we go.
Move out.
Back to chat with Irabeth, I guess. There's a fallen horse over there. Get to that later. Do you want to enter this location? Yes. What's that? Place has been sanctified. Alright, cool. Well, I'll finish up looking at Camellia. Where did you learn to wield rapier so well? I had good teachers, though they don't all get the credit. I am a most diligent student. Camellia licks her lip with parched lips. Your amulet is quite unusual. Where did you get it? Ah, my little trinket. It's so nice of you, no, Royce, but I assure you this amulet is nothing but a bauble. Can a lady not be drawn to beautiful, useless things? Anyway, as much as I enjoy our delightful conversations, the spirits are calling me, and I must respond. Please excuse me. Camellia turns away, watching you out of the corner of her eye. Your speech tells me you're of noble birth. Camellia laughs, a practiced musical laugh, as she watches you from under lowered eyelashes. You're most insightful, a fine quality to have. Camelia's laughter ends, and unspoken words hang in the silence. Still, I believe that being of noble birth does not give anyone the right to look down on others. Is that so? Well, thank you for sharing your opinion with me. Anything else from her? Nope. Where's Irabeth? Sealer, what about you? So I've got Lan, I've got Camellia. I'm now doing her. and that'll leave for tomorrow checking out Woljif. Sealer smiles at you warmly. Hey there, during that march through the dungeon, we never got the chance to exchange a proper greeting. It's high time I shake your hand. I'd like to know more about you. Of course. Tell me about yourself. Where are you from? I'm a little bit like Geb. I'm a little bit from Geb, a little bit from Katapesh, but mostly from the Night Swimmer Day. I was accepted and began my training at 14. I belong to their ranks more than I belong to any other place. You've come to Mendeb by a long road, haven't you? A very long one. Sealer looks at you cheerfully. A traveller is expected to have amusing stories. Unfortunately, I have only 3 tales of interest, and I'd like to save them for our next feast. Otherwise, I won't have anything to show you show for myself when it's time to start bragging. I like this girl. This woman. And that just won't do, especially since I'll win the night with my cautionary tale of a battle with chupacabras. You can't tempt me with a story about fighting chupacabras and then not follow through. What are chupacabras, by the way? Incredibly repulsive magical beasts, fast and dangerous. They can, well, it looks like someone's fooled me into starting the tale. I guess now I'll have to finish the whole story. Picture a small town in Kadira, and down in the dungeon there's 2 murderers waiting to be executed. The gallows are already built for them, the rope's been bought, but sometimes life takes a surprising turn. Suddenly a paladin of Iomede appears in the doorway and offers the murderers a deal. If they go with her to fight some monsters, they live, if they survive, that is. There's a difference between imminent death and probable death with a glimmering hope, wouldn't you say? So here we are, travelling through the desert, me and my friend, Priestess of Serenray, along with the little rat folk fellow who'd asked for our help. I haven't seen any rat folk. And the 2 cutthroats. We get to the rat folk village and saw their bodies lying around, all drained dry. We feared we'd have to fight vampires. That's how the little rat folk described the monsters who attacked the village. That's why we went on all brazen like. The sun was high and these vampires couldn't attack until dusk. But we never got a chance to look around. Black shadows quick as the wind attacked us from all sides. Not vampires, but chupacabras. One of the lads we pulled from the gallows got killed right away. The second one ran for his life. That left me, the rat folk, and Kira, the name of the priestess. And we all steeled ourselves to fight for our lives. And just when we thought the end had come, with the chupacabras surrounding me like a pack of dogs around a bear, and our rat folk friend wounded and down, and the teeth of the quickest of those blasted monsters was clenched on Kira's shoulders. Right then, when all hope was lost, the other lad from the gallows suddenly comes running back. He kills the beast attacking Kira. I'm sure you know what a turning point in a fight looks like. Well, this was it. A month before we lost, and a moment later we had it back under control. The chupacabras dropped dead one by one. The little rat folk is reunited with his family, who were hiding in the basement. The priestess and I closed the eyes of the boy from the gallows who saved us. It's a shame he didn't survive the fight. May the gods keep his soul in its journey through the afterlife. It's a good story. He could have died in disgrace on the gallows, but instead she died a hero. And I'd fancy that stunt earned him some points in his final judgment. Smart to remember our journey doesn't end at death. Had it not been for that mercy, Milos, that was his name, would be hanging from a noose, and me, Kira, and all the rat folk would be dead in that village. Someone's told me that a kind deed done by an unkind person is 100 times more precious. Prince Hal's soliloquy from Henry IV, Part 1. I know you all, and will a while uphold the unyoked humour of your idleness. Yet herein I will imitate the sun, who doth permit the base contagious clouds smother up his beauty from the world, that when, choosing once more to be himself, being wanted, he may be more wondered at, by breaking through the mists of foul and ugly vapours that did seem to strangle him. And like bright metal glimmering o'er a sullen ground, my reformation glittering o'er my faults shall seem more goodly and attract more eyes than that which hath no foil to set it off. If all the year were playing holidays, little sport would be as tedious as to work. Yet when it seldom comes, it wish for come, and nothing pleaseth like rare accident. I've not got it 100%. Years since I read that. Always stood out to me, that one. That's what she's saying here. If you've been a screw-up, you doing good is like, wow, impressive. By the same token, an evil done by a noble soul is 100 times more horrifying. Again. That's what I really wanted to say. The chupacabras were just a good starting point. What made you become a paladin of Eomade? Sealer's gaze sharpens momentarily, then she sighs. That's a serious question and a good one. You should ask it of your companions. But it's a long story. To start with, 12 years ago, I was nothing like the person I am now. I roamed the streets of Solku with other homeless orphans. I stole, I fought, I was hired as a sword for a bit. Not the proper regime for a paladin, is it? Back then, Solku was a city of orphans, widows and widowers. Gnolls decimated the city regularly. My parents were among their victims. People there heard about new deaths before they'd finished mourning their previous losses. One day, a group of knights of Imide brought a glimmer of hope to the city. But while others saw them as saviours and protectors, I was busy pricing up their noble horses and their gleaming mithril armour, wondering just how much one of their pretty swords would fetch. A thief lives one day at a time, that's what they say. I was the type that never thought past the next job. Anyway, I was able to sneak into the knight's camp and steal one of their mithril helms. Sealer pauses, her voice sad and measured. And I was right there when a gnoll attacked the helm's owner. Axame was her name, and dealt a blow to her unprotected head. Oops. And not like all those others, she'd fearlessly driven from the gates of Solku. That one blow was fatal, but who was really to blame for her death? The gnoll attacker, or the young thief named Sealer? Life is cruel and full of chaos. Sometimes survival just comes down to luck. So that's how you see it. Sealer looks at you with curiosity but no hostility. I can't accept that point of view. If the story of my youth taught me anything, it's that we're all accountable for our actions. It's all too easy to wave off responsibility if you use the cruelty of life as an excuse. But you were asking what brought me into the ranks of Eomade's warriors. Well, we choose the paladin's path for our own reasons. Some are guided by nobility of spirit, some by a desire to fight injustice. I became who I am through penance and a debt unpaid. The day Asamai died, protecting my city, I wanted to kill myself with the terrible guilt I felt, but then I realised I wouldn't make the world any better. And I decided that instead I'd try to take her place and become who she has been, and protect innocence, and that she would no longer be able to protect. What are the principles of the Paladins of Eomadea? Sealer smiles. I'll tell you, I like to recite our code. It feels a lot like I said it 1,000 times. It never gets old. There is strength in these words. After a pause, she begins, her voice slow and meditative. I will learn the weight of my sword. Without my heart to guide it, it is worthless. My strength is not in my sword, but in my heart. If I lose my sword, I have lost a tool. If I betray my heart, I have died. I will have faith in the inheritor. I will channel her strength through my body. I will shine in her legion. And I will not tarnish her glory through base actions. I am the first into battle and the last to leave it. I will not be taken prisoner by my free will. I will not surrender those under my command. I will never abandon a companion, though I will honour sacrifice freely given. I will guard the honour of my fellows, both thought and deed, and I will have faith in them. When in doubt I may force my enemies to surrender, but I am responsible for their lives. I will never refuse a challenge from an equal. I will give honour to the worthy enemies, and contempt to the rest, and will suffer death before dishonour. I will be temperate in my actions, and moderate in my behaviour. I will strive to emulate Eomade's perfection. Thank you. Erebeth said your friend Jana Eldori is missing. Do you know where we should look for her? Erebeth is worried about the fighters, I understand that. I wanted to look for Jana myself, so I didn't distract you. But since you're in this too, I could use some help. Jana and I met in Canabres a few days ago and just hit it off. We went drinking together. We went to that unforgettable celebration together too. But we got separated in the crowd, so we should start looking in the main square. That's where I last saw her. Sealer frowns. Jana's a good fighter, even if she is green. She couldn't have become an Eldori otherwise. I hope that means she's okay. What do you think of what's going on in Canabres? Oh, got a new one. It's complete chaos. It's lucky we're here to handle it, right? Sealer smiles brightly. Then she gives you a worried look. Does the way I talk bother you? I know I can seem blasé. Many good people and our protector Terrenal have died in Canabras. A paladin of Eamade is expected to be properly respectful and solemn. But I prefer to face my troubles with a smile and a bit of common sense. Grief is a weapon they'll use against you. It can undermine a warrior's spirit. It's better we hold off on grief until we've driven the last demon and cultist from the city. If we want to win, we can't be mourning our deceased all day and night, plus joy heals the soul. It's nice when you and your commander think alike, Sealer smiles softly. Is fighting demons all you want, or are you looking for something more? How about covering myself in glory and becoming head over 100 ballads? Or at least a dozen, if they're lively ones? Sealer's eyes shine cheerfully. Anyway, to be more serious, the idea around the World Wound is the best... the area around the World Wound is the best place for a paladin who wishes to defend the weak and serve good. Being part of the crusade is reward enough for me. But there's something that worries me. I don't want to sound like I'm criticising my brothers in arms, but the Eagle Watch and the other orders are focused on just one aim. The war against the World Wound. That's why they can sometimes overlook the smaller things. Ordinary misfortunes, you know. I always liked being a wandering knight because any moments I could get up and help a poor rat folk whose family had been kidnapped, or an old woman whose favourite dog had gone missing. So here's my answer. I don't have some big important goal, but I'll be happy to help those who need it, a little bit here and a little bit there. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I think we should go our separate ways. Nope. Thank you for speaking with me. Right, and as I say, tomorrow we'll do the next. Erebeth. Erebeth rubs her eyes, red tired eyes. Any success? How is the city? There's a traitor I'm trying to track down. Who should inform among the thieflings? Erebeth arched her eyebrows in surprise. Canabras is threatened by a demon horde, and you have enough spare time to help out thieves? Erebeth sighs. I don't like this, but I hope you know what you're doing. I'll tell you everything I know. I did not see my informant's face. He slipped out of a dark alley and handed me a note and disappeared. Erebeth hesitates as she tries to remember. He had a cloak with a hood, masking his face. But the horns, the long horns, didn't fit under it. There should be a guardian golem in Ancestors and Wonders, the shop they tried to rob. The owner gave us the construct's code word just in case. The golem itself was destroyed, but the head seems to be intact. So you can interrogate the thing and find out what it saw. The code word is Hand of Irori. The shop's owner must have escaped. Well, there's a chance she'll get lucky. Alright, I have to go. Let's hop over to the store, and that's where we'll end it for today. We've had a chat with most of our companions. There's loot there. And there's loot over here. Then we'll go out there. There. There is the horse, but we're not going to do that yet. Actually, it's ancestries we want, isn't it? Failed to sneak past.
Save the last one for me.
We got a spider.
Distract them for me.
Oh, nice hit.
The spirits demand your blood.
It's an okay hit.
Into the fray.
And there's another one. Vita Morris.
Cry.
Lan, get away from there.
You won't survive me.
Time to share your treasures.
You're down. There we are. Right, and we're in the shop. And that's where we'll pick up next time. So, there's links around to other things you might enjoy on the channel. Give them a try out. There's a like and a sub. We are completely new, less than a week old, so please do sub, like, help us grow. And if you drop us a line in the comments, well, that helps us too, and I will respond. It's been Yorkie, and the Chihuahua hiding behind me, getting some rest. See you around.